Yep. Okay. So I gotta go and enable the camera. Mm-hmm. Alright, there we go. Okay, so sorry about the confusion. There's been, I'm having some technical difficulties with Twitch and Streamlabs for FF, so we are going to do it old school so we can actually get some story content in, because I'm on a time limit with my friend here. So I'm gonna invite him to party. And we're gonna attempt to at least get through all the level 70 story quests for Shadowbringers. Side quests will wait and be done off time, and hopefully if I can get my Streamlabs issue worked out, we shall work on doing that next stream and including side quests. But for now, this is the best setup I've got so I can get story quest in, and I've been itching to get at this. So, alright, so if I remember correctly, we want to go to more donuts. So I'm so anxious for this. I'm so curious. So I did do at least a little bit of searching to find out that there's 21 MSQs. Alrighty, so in we go. I believe we want to talk to Tataru. And I still got my chocobo out, go figure. So nice to see you with that icon above your head, Tataru. Oh, right off the bat, White Oaken Weapon Coffer and Shadowbringers Orchestrated Roll. Tataru is itching to share what happens to be good news, or what appears to be good news. Good news, Strife. We had a stroke of luck in our search for that beacon. Apparently our colleague stumbled across a hidden path leading down into the hollows around the base of the Crystal Tower. A path I doubt we'd ever have found had the Ironworks and the Suns not added their numbers to the party. Thanks to them, we have eager eyes aplenty down there, checking into rocks and peering into every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover. And we better go and give them a hand. Yeah. My thoughts exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Empire comes calling again. Meaning we have no time to lose. There's a boat in North Silverchair waiting to ferry people to the site, so let's be on our way. I love how scholarly I look. I look like a real educated person. Get what checked out? Alright. Hi ho! This will be my first real chance to actually work with some of the classes that I haven't worked with yet, since they did all the changes. Oh, dude. Oh, that's actually kind of cool now. If you actually, like, bring up the map and move the cursor over to where you're supposed to go, there's an actual, like, yalms countdown to how far away you are from... That... Yeah, I actually kind of enjoy that. So it looks like the countdown goes away once you're not yalms away anymore. Probably. Pretty much. Alright. Heading to the survey site, sir. It's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat. Yes, take the boat to the survey site. Ooh. That music. Wow. The music here is pretty good. There's some... looks like it. Either that or this is in an area where party members show up together. After all, technically there's only one warrior of light.
Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We've found bugger all without you.
Biggs! Wedge!
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse called it the chief of some other business. So we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Thrice as hard, even.
Oh god, fucking Wedge's voice.
Both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
God, it's so nice to get some new content, and I don't know why I'm so excited, but I am.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I could try if you like.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
I'm sure.
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in. What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
Isn't that the Ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Now I have you.
You are right.
What's happening?
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Well, this is supposed to happen.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
Yep, I was in instance number 2. Based on the little message I saw, we just got ourselves to Lakeland. Oh, it's a trip.
Oh, do not look at me so.
Oh.
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you. Say your spirited accounts always comes.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
It's like your memories are fragmented. Looks like Minfilia.
Your time has not yet come.
Looks like the warrior of darkness. Ooh, that's a nice view to wake up to. Wow.
From endless dreams I awake. Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Wow, the area around here is pretty. Don't mind me, I'm just ditching school. Well, at least I got chocobos here. Dude, that looks like one of the dudes that started out in...
To meet someone out here who's not a peddler himself. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Night? What do you mean, this time of night, or but it's bright as day?
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk yet, he'd reply. Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when. You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then. Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around. Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Crystarium! Ah, it's gonna be so good. I feel like Alice walking around in Wonderland.
To dizzying heights it rises. The gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding
No
canopy.
shit!
There,
Wow.
it will all begin anew. Between dark and light. The pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
Welcome to Shadowbringers. That's probably one of my favorite openings. Like I thought Heavensward was good. I thought Stormwood was good, but damn. Doesn't look like it. I can't even summon my chocobo here. Wow, man. This scenery though. So it looks like we get to go to the Ascension Gate. Well, at least it doesn't look like there's any enemies around right now, so you can just kind of like take it in. I found somebody.
Halt! 'Tis
'Tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis 'tis
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not.
Oh, I like her verse.
This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions. From where do you hail?
The source. Minza?
Do you take me for a fool? No such place exists. Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin. But instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
Ah, the answer. That's an interesting death animation.
That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand, ring and all.
Everything all right, Captain?
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more. But I see you've met my guest. I will escort him to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known.
Another?
Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
I seriously like her voice.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
I seriously need you to answer questions now.
Right then, before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons. I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you are still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact. As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
The other scions here.
Ah, that is a question with no simple answer. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you. Let us begin with the glaring skies up above. Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost. And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity.
Sin Eaters are basically the void sense of this world, I guess.
It was to save the First from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes. Though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the First, you would bring salvation to the Source as well. But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
I still want to slap the hell out of you, dude. I just want to take my book and slap you across the face.
City. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
Norvrant, the Crystarium. Hey! Here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystarium. Okay. What is the white oak coffer? Oh, this is one of those things I heard about where it actually gives you an item based on the class you're equipped when you use it. Red Hander bound. Now, full and frank discussion, the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you to first gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium's civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aetherite, a convenience with which I'm sure you are only too familiar. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should in theory be able to reach all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection to the source, believe it or not. I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. After you have done so, walk up the steps next to the Aetheryte and head out to the left to arrive in the Crystallian Mean. This is where you'll find our collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokeswoman, Catlis, one of the people I should like you to meet. Another is Morin. To reach him in his Cabinet of Curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps, take the exit on the left, and simply continue straight along until you come down to the large doors at the end of the path. The third and final person I should like you to meet is Brage, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He is to be found in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetheryte Plaza. Again, in seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts of the city and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough. To the right, down to where now? Crystal... Oh, that is such a horrible pun, but I'm gonna run with it! I am still gonna run with that! Very good, I concede. The layout of the Crystarium owes more to historic necessity than planning, but I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. In all honesty, the true challenge may be in finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discovered during your encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There is an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. When you finish making the rounds, pray meet me in the large courtyard at the center of town. Until then... Oh boy. Oh, well, this place doesn't look too bad, so we could probably attune to the Aetherytes real quick, too, while we're at it. The Summoner and the Machinist. The Summoner died. Alright, so attune to the Aetheryte and the Crystarium is the first objective. By focusing your senses, you detect the flow of vastly distant currents of the Aether. Your connection to these energies is faint but stable and should allow teleportation to Aetherites in the source. Alright. Let's start with going left. Wow, these Aetherite shards are different. Taminos Rookery. Dude, these guys look like white Amaljas. Nuts board. Oh, okay, so that's the hunt board, okay. The nuts board is the hunt board. Okay. Apparently we can't, so apparently we cannot go out that way. Oh yeah. Well, the other good thing about doing the side quests off time is we can kind of move at our own pace. Oh my god! Holy dude, I love this place. The Travarium is... Oh my freaking god. I am in love with this place. Why did we wait so long? Cabinet of Curiosity. Okay. No shit. We do need to talk to him, so I'm just gonna get out of the way here to save some time for backtracking. Dude, this library, yo. This is so... Whoa. Dude, this is freaking awesome. This reminds me of, like, the Observatorium in Kurthus. Like, it had the 3 tiers. Or, no, the smaller version, the tower at Snowcloak. Excuse me, sir. Are you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and, well... What I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll, even? A scrap of scribble on parchment? My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin at your service, and this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manners of tomes, documents, and other vehicles from the written world. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot of academic research? Do I look like a scholar? Oh, wait. Oh-ho! So you have an interest in modern history. Splendid! A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives. I quite agree. If you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment, and I'll fetch it for you. I'm insulted! I'm fucking insulted that you think I need a kid's book! Do you not see the book on my hip? I think I can handle it, not a picture book. And here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair and make yourself more comfortable? On with the lesson then. A 100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadowkeeper, the Steward of Darkness. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as if from unforeseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease until the day an enormous blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. We call this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Yet, just when it seemed that all would be lost, a savior appeared before us. The Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus was Norvrant. The Norvrant alone spared the fate of erasure. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect to bedevil the few folk who survived. These sin-eaters were light incarnate, and their fulgurant presence stole the night from Norvrant's sky. Even now, they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it to you. Or, if you rather I speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad for the company. Your exchange with Morin has taught you about the Flood of Light. Well then. Dude, yeah, you're right. There is so much potential to be had here. Alright, now how the hell do we get down from here? Oh, here we go. I was like, where are the stairs? I mean, it could just as easily jump off, but damn. Ah, here we go. I so want to go down there and take a look, but again, time crunch. Oh, the tree... Later, during side quests and stuff. Okay, yeah. Oh my god. Can we go out this way? Nope, can't go out that way. No, we did attune to that aether, right? No, not that one, because I think that one's above us. So far, it's not too difficult to navigate, because Sev was saying it was probably difficult, like it was confusing. So before I go any further, I'm gonna go out this way and grab any aetherites over here, as it is just aetherite grabbing. Wow. And again, I am now kind of disappointed we did not get this in stream. Of course, you're being loud enough, you might be picked up a little bit. This is the docile gate. Can we go this way to the next one, or is that one upstairs? Oh, Square outdid themselves with this place. Okay, doesn't look like we can reach that aetherite from here. Unless... yeah, it looks like it. So am I. This place is freaking amazing. I don't know. You know what? I don't know if that's a side quest. I'm wondering if that's like a chocobo thing. We have a Mara for hire if you're interested. Actually, before I forget, let me add your name to our register. That way you'll be able to come back here anytime you like. It's a porter! Okay. So that's... okay, so that's what that is, and we got this one. So... yeah, that one was the first place he told us to go. That was up the stairs and to the left. We went just straight to the left without going up the stairs. And Seb's home, so he's going to be hearing a lot of this.
I'm back.
Oh my god, dude, this is so gorgeous. Dude, Mike and I are tripping.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Oh my god, dude.
I was waiting for you guys to get there.
Now, my only question is can we freely go back and forth between Eorzean and here, or are we stuck here?
Not spoiling anything. You have to wait.
Okay. Oh, dude, this place is freaking cool right at the top.
I love the fact that the trees are purple.
Right? So...
oh god, I can't wait till you guys get to where I'm at. Clover Mind. My mind is still blown. Actually, I knew exactly who the Crystal Exarch was.
Yay, there's the Aetherite. The Aetherites are pretty cool.
Are they? God, I want to talk to people.
Dude, that is a sick view. Even with the light coming down. Alright, might as well talk to him while we're here.
I'm okay.
Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. I'm going to guess you're new to our fair city. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a barrier if the Sin Eaters come knocking, so it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. Safer and more civilized, too, thanks to us and the mean. We work together to procure materials and resources and craft the goods which make city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or a kettle forged. Just don't go thinking it'll all be handed to you on a plate like those Illuminaran layabouts. Here in the Crystarium, we work for a living. Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor, you don't have that whiff of indolence about you like some folk I've met. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from? Oh, one of the Exarch's countrymen, you say. I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it weren't for him, and any friend of his is a friend of ours. Oh, if only you knew. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence, pulled the entire thing out of thin air. It wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystarium began. At the Exarch's invitation, buildings started going up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the palace gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis you see today. The city stood here for decades now, yet the eldest among us swear the Exarch looks exactly the same as he did back then. He is indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all of his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. So if he and you wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you've ought to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had a chance to settle in. Just ask for Catlas and I'll find you a nick here in Crystalline Mean. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. Life at the Crystarium. Alright, so last but not least, down south. I'm gonna take us. Ah, okay. So we could have easily gone from there, from where we were at. We took the long way around. That's cool though. Not as lost as you did. I'm able to navigate a little bit. Aw. Y'all suck. I'll take that one. Oh, that's because that's an area that's off limits right now. Yeah, that explains a lot. Oh. But why? Geronimo! I heard that. I heard that thud. So we've got... looks like only 2 more Aetherites to attune to. And one of them's right. Oh no, 3 more. Or is that a summoning bell that I saw? Oh no, that was somebody's fucking sword that I saw. No, the Aetherite is over here. There's the Aetherite shard. There we go. Musica Universalis Markets. There's the last one. Right? It's dependence. You have now attuned yourself to all the Aetherite shards in Crystarium. Lakeland is now accessible as an Aethernet destination. Oh yeah. I promise I will take a very good look here soon. Just trying to get as much story in as possible here. Ah, Braggy. Or Braggai. So this is the market. To market we go. You know, this is actually kind of cool, because I can honestly say I was a little sick and tired of Ishgards and everybody else. Like, their entire market area was just like a straight line. New to the city, friend? The spinning head and wide eyes gives you away. Welcome, my name is Bragai, and I'm the master of these markets. They gave the district another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too floored by half. In any case, our merchants stock a range of equipment for hums such as yourself, so finding humans such as yourself, so finding something your size shouldn't be a problem. I'm sorry, did you say humans?
Estelle.
Aye, something wrong? Let's see if we can straighten this out. See the one in front of us? See those two in front of us? The shorter one is a hume, like you. And the taller one is an elf. The sturdy individual over there is a Galgant, whilst the one with the horns is a Drawn. And there you have the largely scaly chaps with long tails and a knack for raising last arc. Those would be the Zin. Which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know, which far-flung region do you hail from? Ah, same as the Exarchar. Well, that explains it. You don't get much further flung than that. We've had a few of your lot pass through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they've floundered over the simplest things. But not to worry, should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. Your exchange with Braga has taught you about the people of the First. And I got a friend request from Feather, so I will accept that real quick. And now it looks like we get to go to the amazing courtyard. I can hear some. He's like, ah! Oh, this place is too good, too good. And to think there are so many other places we get to go to.
Oh my god, yes. There's so many places I can't wait to
Dude, his tower is fucking connected to the tower!
Yeah, tower.
Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clearer picture of this world and its people? Yes, it seems you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but 'twas necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted that details were sparse. The structure is, in fact, the selfsame one you know from the source, transported to the First in its entirety. It was my attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run for your eventual crossing. Although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. Alright, so what do we get from this? Brighton Cyclist of Casting. That's not bad. I may hang on to that. The Crystal Exarch is finally ready to discuss the matter of your comrade's whereabouts. Ooh. You've done as I requested and learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfilled my half of the bargain and explain what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters, however. I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see the guard knows to admit you. The tower's gate lies open then. So just like that then. Ooh, that is a very nice top. Well, yes, of course, it can be opened and closed just like any other door. Does that seem strange to you? I know not how the tower functioned in your time, but I assure you there is no danger of us being locked inside. Okay, so good news, no side quests. I'm just trying to keep an eye on them. Seriously, that looks good. Greetings, sir. The Exarch awaits you within. Just when you thought you had a glam setup you liked, all of a sudden, BAM! Ooh. That looks familiar.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind. Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow Scions. To put it simply, they are here in the First. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the Source. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the First.
Holy crap.
And the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence. And thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time. As for your companions, however, Y'shtola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5.
Oh, shit!
Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alizé, have lived in the First for almost a year.
Oh my god! They've been here for that long, wondering what the fuck.
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well. As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to
Thancred's naked again!
They are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch. Consequently,
where's his nutkin?
Will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom.
Woo!
They will not.
Naked Thancred.
Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here,
Fucking
unable to return.
What? Then find a way to send them back.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift. In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the First was rejoined with the Source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes. Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die.
Say what?
And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the First, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity.
Yeah, congratulations. You got here and your friends saw your death.
Of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
I don't know. You just told me that somebody saw me dying, and somebody I'm close to, who you've also told me can't go back. I'm wondering if this is madness. For the moment, I will keep you at that promise. I'll see you keep that promise for want of a better choice. For the moment.
Excellent. You will not regret this.
I already do.
With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
No thanks, already done that. I gave myself the grand tour, thank you very much.
I'm tired of hyper, leave me alone.
He's going nuts on the couch here, dude.
I got you worked out some food and I'm all hyper wound up.
The Crystarian boasts a number of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just become available at the Pendants, which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to the wares. Come along. Hi ho, to the Pendants we go. Oh, there's this. Your focus needs more focus. We could have just aetherized here. It's hard not to take in the sights a little bit.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here. Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough.
Thank God.
Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice.
Yeah. We gotta use.
Stoller tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower.
Yeah.
Some of which may be familiar to you.
Is that a fucking cell phone? I don't have the companion app. I do not have this. I wonder if that would have made a difference, like you would have recognized it.
You shall need a means to access the commodities of your home.
According to Seb, it does. If you have the companion app and your character uses it, you'll recognize it. Oh my god.
Avan Kerm Sin?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
Yeah.
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind.
I love Theo.
For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift? How wonderfully exciting! What a brave and reckless and marvellous thing you did! You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin. But answer me this, traveller. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
Yeah?
Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home, through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Sne Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other. Raise your hand.
I am moderately creeped out by this fairy right now. Or this pixie, I should be accurate.
Theo Ul is awesome.
I was gonna say, please do not fly into my hand.
Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Wow, you
Mayhap her message to your friends in the source to inform them of your safe arrival.
I love their accent.
Send a message to Tataru. She was last with me, so...
Consider it done.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
Well then. That was interesting. As a result of your pact with Feo Ul, you will now have access to delivery moogles, market ports, and summoning bells while in the first. Which reminds me, I really need to check my retainers. The other good thing about waiting as long as I did is it gave me a chance to get people down, so hopefully no more savage right now. Oh, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use as you see fit. When you're ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the Ocular anon. I believe that covers all the practical concerns. Oh, dude, could you imagine the housings in these areas that they put them in? Thank you for answering my call, Strife. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Pleasure to meet you, sir, and welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready if you'd care to retire. Yeah, why not? Nothing else to do really right now. Except freak the fuck out. This is a fucking inn room? They have a table with food and an oven in here. Like a furnace or whatever. Oh my god. I'm like salivating nerdness right now.
Wait for it.
Just close the window, dude. You. Oh.
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
There's a familiar face. The warrior of darkness. Yep, it's hard to forget them.
What? Did you just... You can hear me? Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The warrior of darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source, and tried to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia. How she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the first.
So finally we're going back to some after Heavensward shit.
Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood? 100 years. 100 long years.
You know what? I think I'm starting to understand what Seb meant about this kicking you right in the feels. I actually start to feel bad for this guy.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that? You were summoned to save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured.
Oh, great.
If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe... Maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Huh. It's really hard to tell how long I've slept when it's still the same color outside as it was when I went to bed. For numerous reasons. So back to the ocular we go. Just because I can. Dun, 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 dun. This place is too gorgeous. Master Strike, the Exarch awaits you within. Enter the ocular. I am in instance 2.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest.
Hell no! Well enough, thank you.
That is good to hear. Should you want for anything, pray let me know. Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts. This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the Flood of Light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty. As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulm, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness. For his part in furthering
why am I not surprised?
Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armarang. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the Flood of Light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin-Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foes.
Well, well, well.
So, will it be Calicia or Armarang? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you've made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount. Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of sin-eaters. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Why am I not surprised? To find fucking Alphino and the rich and high-class citizenry and Alizé somewhere on the front lines, right? Do we want to go for Alphino first or Alizé? Flip a coin for it? I got a coin around here nearby. Okay. So. Well, they are two sides of the same coin, so how about heads is Alphino, tails is Alizé? Tails, we're going for Alizé. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, Crystal Syrcus, you get free to meet with Alizé. Ready to depart for Amarang? Alizé will be overjoyed to see you safe. I know she was particularly concerned for your well-being. She, impressed upon me how regrettable the timing of her summoning was. Repeatedly. Yes! I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some measure of forgiveness. Here, this is a letter of introduction addressed to the man named Kassar, the master of the merchant caravan. There are a few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him at the Amaro Lounge and he will see that you reach your destination. Alright, so obviously we are going to be coming back here, so I'm just grabbing the Alizé quest right now. Oh, and look, side quest. Oh my god, the side quests!
It gets worse.
Oh, okay, I said we would ignore the side quests and do them on off time. Oh my god.
It's gonna get way worse.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, well, it's a good thing we can come back here. So many stairs. If you come looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard. Oh, friend of the exile. Hope to meet someone in Amarang, are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there. As a matter of fact, so we can leave right away, assuming you have everything you need. Alright, then off to the unforgiving sands we go. You can now travel to Amarang. Speak with Adro Amaro Tamer to fly to the desert. You can also use your Aether Compass to assist with locating Aether Currents in new regions. Should you lose this compass, speak with Jesrin at the Amaro launch in the Crystarium to obtain another. Lost compasses can also be replaced by seeking with Gilberon at the Forgotten Knight and Foundation back in Ishgard. Oh, wow.
Arang. From this parched earth,
Cutter's
the nation
cry
of
on
Nabath,
roids.
Arang once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Armorang meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
Oh my god, I'm loving this. Oh. Oof, no matter how many times I come here, the heat never fails to catch me off guard. Don't be surprised when the temperature drops at night, though the sky is still bright, of course, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alizé friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair old distance. I propose we make a stop in Moored Soup to break up the trek, allowing me to attend some business and you enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. Alright, you lot, I'm off, and I better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. Oh, so we're actually gonna get a chance to do some fighting, it looks like, here. Hi-ho! Desert armadillos, huh? They don't want to pick a fight, I'm not picking a fight. Oh my god! No shit, right? Bet it's not going to get the chance to really go haul ass on us. Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Armorang, is it not? I'm not seeing the XP gain because my chocobo's maxed out. Before you cross the river sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. Feast my eyes on what exactly? That's where we just came from. They built them big, didn't they? That's sorry. A fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Naboth-Aram. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it when they say that it was once one of Noron's mightiest nations. Or at least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Naboth-Aram's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying, most of them anyway. No, not many chose to come here these days, not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amara roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Moored Soup. Let's press on, shall we? Not a dumb curiosity. 73 kilometers to the northwest for our first Aether Current. missed it. Oh, I think it may be down below. It was 73. Ah, okay. It was 73 yalms to the northwest from here. So maybe around the corner here? Southwest. Right? Mm-hmm. $245 yalms to the south. Hi, Sev. Bye, Sev.
Hi.
Just enjoying the scenery and the music. You know how it goes. $178 yalms to the south. So at this rate, we may find one before reaching. Southeast. $96 miles to the east. There it is. On top of the bone structure. Ah, figures, I got your attention. Y'all suck. Hmm? Oh, Seb found a fate.
If you do 6 fates, you get a speed boost.
Alright, so next one is 350 yalms to the south, so be better to go to the city first. Here we are, Morksuk. By blessed shadow, I love this town. Tuning to the aetherite. Probably not, but we can get through a vast majority of them. Yeah, and plus the fact that we are still doing 70 stuff, so in the meantime, before next stream, can always get Gunbreaker and Dancer up. Yeah, so, unfortunately, I wish, I went back for a second, I wish they'd, I'm glad they gave us more freaking glamour plates, but I wish they fixed this problem. They, Alright, I shall BRB myself. And we're back. Phone died, so I lost the Discord call. Try this one more time. Mow. Sorry, phone died. Okay, so let's see about getting a little more of this done before we call it. I saw. Okay, so City of Mord. Mord soup, not just full of Mord, but hums all manner of others too. It has long been a refugee for folk displaced by the flood, so the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met a Mord before? They look like shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot you could never wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Genjin. I'll go ahead and let him know we've arrived. Yeah. So this is a Mord?
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mord's souk.
Oh my god.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of
Why am I
other
not
things
surprised
too.
to see them still
Many
working
of them
mines?
rare. As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Mord Souk's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Mord do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Mord philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals. And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Mord says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense. A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold?
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer. I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here! Come and look!
You buy.
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one will still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots.
Oh.
Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
That was possibly the most entertaining thing I think I've seen so far. That was fucking wonderful. Welcome to Run Run, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time, stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Browse Run Run's where you may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target food stuff and inspect it. Bread. Worms. Meat. That's my ever-burning bounty made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with special spicy spices, and some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on chilly desert nights. I call that moosh loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. It keeps you going in the heat. Everyone's favorite, plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wiggler, you'll never want any other treat. Skewers. Oh, you'll like those. Chewy skewers. Find small frogs hidden under a rock, spear with a stick, then roast over fire. Crackle on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. Yeah. They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose? Which to choose? I'm going with the meat. Yes, put some spice in your step. You won't feel the cold this night, and probably not the next one either. You have the gold. And done. One ruler arrives to get 10 slides of lizard meat. The look on your face because of the smell. You know, I appreciate the fact that they put in some sound effects of you actually eating. We eat a lot. Every last... Nah, I'll share. Our visitor invites us to feast. Let us give thanks for his generosity and small appetite. Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gen will be pleased that you honored ours. And keeping the merchandise down, yes. No returns. Oh my god. That was great. I was watching from here. Strife, you honor our custom with great relish. You will always be welcome in Mordsuk. If you need anything in Amarang, we are here to provide. Oh, and the side quest return! Yes, the side quests are back. Yes, that happened. Well, we'll have plenty to do when we're not streaming. So, I mean, at least we kind of have, like, a little bit, like, we're not in a rush. We can just kind of, like, leisurely get through it. Oh my god, though. You know, when I get Xeno there, I have her, like, totally being the type that will eat just about anything, so I may put her in the direction of eating either the chewy skewer. Maybe I'll send Lisa for the worms. The look on his face right now is priceless! Okay. Class switched, we're good. Alright. So got like 20 minutes. Let's see if we can at least get... working off the meal. You have courage, my friend. Runrun's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have on the morrow. Right, now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I conclude my business here in Mortsuk. Oh, offering your services, aye. Well, an assistant would certainly help hurry things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All properly paid for. You just need to do the lifting and carrying. I'll go and take care of some last-minute haggling, then see you in a bit. You may view the market receipt at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. Table cactus, iron ore, Naboth, ring antiques. So we gotta find certain items. Stack of crafted armaments. Yeah? There's the ore. At least I'm hoping that's the ore. What was it again? Iron? All yours. Table cactus, tauntaun. Tauntaun. Sack of herbal remedies. I think this is it because Tauntaun was next to it. And then here's Momo. Handle with care. I'm at the very least hoping that we can get to Alizé before we have to call it. Got 18 minutes. Hell yeah, I'm that OG, I know how to look. And quick work too, considering you not set foot in this place before. I thought you were one to sit in the city like exile. Some tells me you're no stranger to visiting strange lands. No shit. Fortunately, your fish here presents something of a problem. I hope to conclude all my business before we return, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in the middleman to sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. So it feels like an age since I last saw you. Now, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen, it's been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This gentleman was on his way to meet with Alizé. I'm supposed to be taking him to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. Alizé has told me so much about you. You're Strife, aren't you? Yeah? I knew it. How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer at the inn, and I've gotten to know Alizé quite well since she took up guard duties there. You want me to take over as Strife's guide, Cassard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it would be no trouble. That would be a great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be waiting in the area for a while. Seek me out when you've had your fill of the Alma Ring, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. Thank you. Do 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 do. Alright, while you do that, I'm gonna go do my usual time waster and go switch. I really wish that was something they would have fucking fixed. It's like if you wanted us to, if you want us to still change them at the inn or whatever, okay, I'm fine with that. But I mean, couldn't you at least make it to where the glamours take effect? Oh, my teleport list just got longer, too. I'm really kind of surprised that they didn't put it on its own list since it's, you know, a different world. Well, hello. Hey. No, we're gonna have side quests galore. Okay. Wait. Stop. The gloves aren't bad. I kind of like them. Huh? Desert crossing. Tesleen is eager to set off. Alizé has been desperate to see you, Strife, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing around the ridge and head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. Apparently. All said, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading home from the markets. I can usually swing a sword well and defend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beast that try to make a meal of us? I thought you might. Alizé was always saying how much she... I mean, let's get going, shall we? Well, it says 160 ounces to the southeast. We should find another aether current. Okay, sorry there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty, and yet hardly a match for you, it seems. I always thought Alisaie was strong, but in her mind, she was never, now it makes sense. Oh, we should push on. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions. Hell of a place to put one. I gotta go back and talk with Tesleen. Right? Oh, thank goodness you're back. I could hear the howling and sounding from here. Frightful creatures. Let's hope the rest of senior handiwork will know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn. Okay, so I guess according to Sev, the fates here actually can determine your mount speed. Do like 6 fates and it'll permanently increase your mount speed, and for like 6 of them you get like a barding. So there's a way to encourage you to do fates. Oh shit. Oh, there she is. This is it. I see I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first let's head inside, shall we? Alisaie! No shit, right? Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alisaie arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of cares. The afflicted? You don't know? I don't think I've met anyone besides Alisaie who was so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alisaie give you the full explanation. Mm-hmm. Alright, BRB. Because it's not going to let me change here. Fucking Christ, man. Well, at least I'm an appropriate tire for the heat now. Unless you find a better skirt. Sandra's a skirt girl, huh? Following her footprints. Now, where is she? I think she might be out on patrol. You could wait, I suppose, but why not go and surprise her? She usually takes a look at things from the watchtower first, so you might be able to catch her there. It's not far. Head out the south side and you'll soon see it. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone. It wouldn't surprise me in the least. Time to get my dancer on. Bring it on, bitches. I'll fuck you up. Damn. Hey, look, Aether Current. We didn't even compass this one. There's nowhere to be seen, but you spot fresh footprints on the ground and they look to be about the right size. Small footprints lead off to the northwest. Out of dumb curiosity, 255 yards to the northwest. Mummies. Oh yeah, bitches. Yeah, but it's a benefit to me because he's gonna wreck somebody's shit. There are more tracks here, but they end in a mess of disturbed sand. There she is!
Is that... It can't be.
Oh, she's got a different rapier. Impressive.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner.
You missed me, you know it.
How are you?
I found my favorite twin.
We fought them to a standstill then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision. He may use 10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen. Which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters. That great wall of white is a remnant of the flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the first tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared. For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations. Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether, and triggering the birth of new monstrosities.
Well then.
They are creatures of base instinct, that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason. Which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
So that's what she meant. The afflicted. It's just a matter of time, more for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And to add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shot, and cast out of society and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as training grounds. Tesleen and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters. Which is knowledge I can now share with you, while you help me finish my patrol, of course. Sure. At least this one I don't need to go back to a town for. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn, you clear the west. That way you can have an diluted experience with the resident terrors. These marks on your map are where the usual trouble spots are. You can assume that any beast with a white hide or carapace is a Sin Eater, but you'll know for sure soon enough when they come slavering after your aid there. Remember, it's kill or be killed with these monsters. Once you've slain whatever's prowling around there, we can rendezvous back at the north entrance. Good hunting. Well, at least the good news is we can probably finish this up and go back to the thing and wrap it up there. Aha. Let's see what we got here. Hi! Well, you wanted to fight one. Damn it, Sandra, quit getting into trouble. I try to be. Dumb curiosity. 374 yams to the south. So. Oh god, that music sounds so good in my ears. I'm so glad I'm hearing the music through my headphones. I'm pretty sure with as loud as I got my headpiece on, if I was trying to talk with Mike through Discord, he'd be drowned out.
Yeah, the music is
Damn it, Sandra! You just want to hear the battle music! Oh, and we got a tortoise. He just hissed at us. I straight up heard that hiss. We killed him and he hissed at us. Oh, dude, I am so happy we actually tried to do story today. Even if we didn't get through all the 70 quests, this is still fucking amazing. I'm almost tempted to sit there and be like, okay, fine, how do you feel about if everything's working, we finish up the 70 quests and do some of the side quests tomorrow? How did you fare? I thought there might be one or two lurking on the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary. We're not on the fringes, Alize! I expect you noticed it yourself, but individually these lesser sin-eaters are no more deadly than the natural predator you might have encountered in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the void scent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin-eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols, to call the ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play, and you've certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to test lead, shall we? We could turn this quest in and probably call it good right here. Jose tells me you helped her out on her patrol. You have our thanks, and my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we've met. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how bad Alize had missed your company. Everything is always, if Strife were here, he would. That is an exaggeration, and I don't like to sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Strife's methods. Honestly, after seeing him in action, I can understand why. The way he leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. Gasp! I'm only teasing, though I've no doubt he deserves all the admiration he gets, just as you do. I love this. The banter is fucking awesome. Okay, so purchase a fruit is the next quest. So we will wrap it up here and can do... maybe we'll try and do some more story stuff tomorrow, see if we can round out the 70s. I don't know how many have we done, because there was 21 total, and that was even with the split. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've done 9. So that leaves us with 12 to go. So that's not too horrible, and if we get an earlier start, we should be able to do the 12. So we'll see what we can do tomorrow. Maybe we'll finish this out so I can actually have all of the 70 quests together. But, so, yeah. This was fun. I am definitely enjoying this. So, and Rain says so too. So, alright. We will wrap it up here and say goodnight. Have a great day. Have an awesome day. Tomorrow is Resident Evil Tuesday. I will still try and get out the Resident Evil video. Persona will be up here soon, shortly. I have nothing to do the rest of my night. So, alright, so have fun, stay safe, have an amazing day, night, whatever you've got, and if you're gaming right now, and I know you are, game hard or go home. Check you guys later.